Welcome to the 24-25 MME and PSAT in High School Test Administration Training Part 1. My name is Steve Reed, and I am the MME Test Administration and Reporting Consultant with the Office of Educational Assessment and Accountability at the Michigan Department of Education. This series of PowerPoint and video presentations is provided for district and building test coordinators who are responsible for the administration of the Spring 2025 Michigan Merit Exam and the College Board High School Assessments, PSAT 10 and PSAT 8-9 for Grade 9. Users may progress through all presentations automatically or select individual presentations as needed. This Part 1 training includes the following segments: Introduction to PowerPoints and video sections, College Board SAT with Essay, PSAT 10, and PSAT 8-9 Test Administration, ACT WorkKeys Test Administration, MSTEP for Science and Social Studies Test Administration, Test Security, Supports and Accommodations, and Secure Site Instructions. These PowerPoint presentations and YouTube recordings are posted on the MME and PSAT web pages. For the 24-25 academic year, this assessment training will be divided into two parts. Part 1 trainings include activities that need to be done in the fall of 2024 for the spring 2025 assessments. And Part 2 trainings include activities that need to be completed in the spring of 2025. Part 1 trainings are posted now on the MME and PSAT web pages, and Part 2 trainings will be posted on the MME and PSAT web pages in early February of 2025. This slide displays the spring 2025 testing schedule, which includes all three assessments included in the Michigan Merit Exam. The schedule is located on the MME webpage under General Information. Note that the College Board digital testing window for SAT with Essay, PSAT 10, and PSAT 8-9 for Grade 9 is April 7th through April 25th, 2025. Schools may test all their students on a single day within the window or use multiple days within the window. However, individual students must complete the SAT, PSAT 10, and PSAT 8-9 for Grade 9 assessment in one day, except when the student has an approved accommodation allowing for testing over more than one day. If a student is absent during testing, that student can make up the test on another day within the testing window. ACT WorkKeys will be administered on Thursday, March 27th or Thursday, April 10, 2025. Schools may choose either Window 1 or Window 2 for initial testing. The ACT WorkKeys make-up date for both Window 1 and Window 2 is April 24, 2025. The MSTEP online testing window is April 7 through May 16th. Schools should schedule an initial test date early in the window, so the remainder of the window may be used to test students who were absent for the initial test day. The MSTEP paper-pencil window for Science and Social Studies is April 7th through May 2nd. MSTEP paper-pencil testing is allowed only for those students who have received an online testing waiver or for individual students who have an accommodation for paper-pencil testing. The Michigan Merit Exam consists of three components: a college entrance exam, the SAT with Essay for English language arts and mathematics scores used in accountability, second, a work skills assessment, the ACT WorkKeys, and third, the MSTEP component to assess student performance in science and social studies used in accountability. Who is required and who is eligible to take the MME? First-time public school students in 11th grade must take the entire MME. Foreign exchange students in 11th grade must take the entire MME. Non-public 11th grade students may take the MME, and if choosing to participate, those students must be pre-identified and established within the required time period, and those students must complete all three components of the MME. Schools must be established to administer the SAT with Essay, ACT WorkKeys, and the M-STEP assessments. Establishment tasks take place in late October to mid-December timeframe each year. Do not miss this important step of establishment. College Board calls the establishment process intent to participate, and ACT refers to the establishment process as manage participation. The who, must, can take the MME document is updated each year and is available on the MME webpage. The document describes which students are required to take all three components of the Michigan Merit Exam. In addition to 11th and 12th grader requirements, the document discusses repeating 11th graders, foreign exchange students, and students who may be taking My Access assessments. Here you see the testing times for the MME. The SAT with Essay and the ACT WorkKeys assessments are time tests. These timings may vary for students testing with accommodations or supports. ACT WorkKeys consists of 3 separate assessments and will have a total testing time of 2 hours and 45 minutes. These testing times do not include pre-administration activities such as providing student demographics, optional information, and breaks. Students testing with accommodations may have longer testing times. The M-STEP Science and Social Studies assessments are untimed assessments. Students are provided as much time as needed. The M-STEP Science assessment is estimated to take 1 hour and 30 minutes, and the Social Studies assessment is estimated to take 1 hour to complete. The standard testing time for the PSAT 8-9 for grade 9 and PSAT 10 is 2 hours and 14 minutes. These timings do not include pre-administration activities, and timings may vary for students receiving accommodations. Schools are expected to administer the M-STEP SAT with Essay, PSAT 10, and PSAT 8-9 for grade 9 online in spring 2025. A few school buildings with unique circumstances, such as no internet, facilities that do not allow students online access, or some center-based programs may submit an online waiver request to administer paper-pencil versions of the SAT with Essay, PSAT 10, and PSAT 8-9 for grade 9 and for M-STEP. Acceptable reasons for an online waiver may differ between the College Board assessments and M-STEP assessments. Online waivers are requested through the Office of Educational Assessment and Accountability secure site from October 7th through November 15th, 2024. For additional information about online testing waivers, see the secure site section of this training. Individual students who need to take a paper-pencil assessment to meet individual needs related to a disability or an English language need do not need an online school waiver request. Schools will be able to order paper-pencil materials on the material order screen in the OEAA secure site for M-STEP and the ACT WorkKeys assessment to accommodate individual students approved for an accommodation. For the SAT with Essay, PSAT 10, and PSAT 8-9 for grade 9, a paper-pencil test mode will be determined for individual students only after a school's SSD coordinator applies for an accommodation through the Services for Students with Disabilities or SSD online system. For additional information can be found in the Supports and Accommodations Guidance document on the MME, PSAT, and M-STEP web pages under student supports and accommodations. All MSTEP paper pencil answer documents and ACT WorkKeys answer documents must have a barcode label attached to the answer document. SAT with SA, PSAT 10, PSAT 8-9 for grade 9 are digital assessments and will not have answer documents. For College Board assessments, the few testers approved for paper pencil testing will respond directly in the student test booklet. Schools are required to transcribe the students' multiple choice answers from the test booklet into the Blue Book application. Schools are required to return student test books and student essays for the SAT to the College Board after testing. The College Board establishment process is called intent to participate. Steps include update the educational entity master at the building level with test coordinator backup, SSD coordinator, and technology coordinator information. Second, confirm actual grades listed for the school in EEM is correct. Use www.michigan.gov/EEM to access EEM. Third, complete the intent to participate process between October 28th and November 20th of 2024. Once intent to participate is completed, confirm establishment on the Test Center participation page of the OEAA secure site. Note that most local education agencies are automatically established, and all non-public schools must complete the intent to participate process each year in order to test. Schools that miss this deadline put their administrations at risk. View the College Board segment of this training series for additional information. The ACT WorkKeys establishment process is called Managed Participation and must be completed between November 6th and December 10th, 2024. Steps to complete are as follows. Update the educational entity master at the building level with the ACT test coordinator information, first and last name, phone, email, and school address to receive materials. Secondly, confirm in EEM the actual grades in the school. Third, log into Pearson Access Next account to select test date and materials delivery date. And fourth, once managed participation is completed and has had processing time, confirm establishment on the Test Center participation page of the OEAA secure site. For additional information on managed participation, view the Test Center participation and the ACT WorkKeys training segments of this training series for additional information. Note that schools who miss this deadline put their test administrations at risk. Off-site requests for the ACT WorkKeys, My Access, and MSTEP assessments must be submitted through the OEAA secure site. For SAT with SA, PSAT 10, and PSAT 8-9 for grade 9, off-site testing, an off-site request form must be completed for College Board. Access the off-site testing request form for College Board at www.sat.org/offsiterequest.org. College Board will connect with those schools who request off-site testing to confirm the off-site locations have the required technology for online testing. For additional information on the off-site process, refer to the secure site and College Board presentations, which are part of this training. Off-site testing request dates are as follows. For ACT WorkKeys, request off-site testing from January 6 to April 29, 2025 through the OEAA secure site. You may request off-site testing for MSTEP January 6th through May 1st for paper pencil testing. And online testing, request off-site from January 6th to May 15th of 2025 through the OEAA secure site. For SAT with essay, PSAT 10 and PSAT 8-9, you may request off-site testing from November 1st to February 28th of 2025. Find the form needed again at www.sat.org/offsite request. ACT WorkKeys assessment trainings will be as follows. The first webinar will be held on February 5th from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. The second webinar will be presented on March 6th from 3:30 to 4:30. Content for the two webinars will be the same. Watch the Spotlight on Student Assessment and Accountability online newsletter for access to these trainings. College Board SAT, PSAT 10, and PSAT 8-9 trainings will be held throughout the 24-25 school year. Planned College Board trainings are as follows. District Test Coordinator Webinar, November the 7th. School Test Coordinator Webinar number 1, December 3rd. Services for Students with Disabilities Training for the Visually Impaired, December 5th. SSD Accommodations Coordinator Webinar, January 15th. Technical Readiness Webinar, January 23rd. School Test Coordinator Webinar number 2, March 5th. Be sure to watch the Spotlight on Student Assessment and Accountability online newsletter for access to trainings. See the MSTEP segment of this training series for MSTEP training information. There are many resources available for test coordinators. The Assessment Coordinator Training Guide is intended to provide new testing coordinators a fairly detailed overview of the various testing processes and procedures needed to ensure successful assessment administrations. While it does not replace the individual test administration manuals, it is a good resource for both new and returning assessment coordinators and contains a quick reference guide to help you find needed information. The Assessment Coordinator Training Guide is available on all MDE web pages by selecting the round Assessment Coordinator Training Guide icon as seen here. Access the Assessment Calendar webpage at the link here for all important date documents. Formats include an Excel data file for all assessments and assessment PDFs. The Spotlight on Student Assessment Accountability is MDE's weekly newsletter. Sections are designated to the SAT suite of assessments and ACT WorkKeys. You will also find updated MSTEP information. Sign up for the Spotlight at the link listed on this screen or go to the MME webpage and select Spotlight Newsletter. The Guide to State Assessments provides an overview of all assessments that MDE will provide for the 24-25 school year. The Assessment Integrity Guide is a required resource for district and building assessment coordinators. These resources are updated and posted on the MME webpage. The MME webpage and the PSAT webpage house documents related to accommodations, designated supports, and EL students. The Supports and Accommodations Guidance document and Frequently Asked Questions are two examples. The Best Practices Guide is a resource produced by MDE's Accountability Unit. This document can be found on the MME page under General Information. Additional resources are available on the MME, PSAT, MSTEP, Secure Site, College Board Suite of Assessments, and ACT Michigan web pages. If you need assistance with high school eligibility and policy, MSTEP, or the OEAA Secure site. Contact the Office of Educational Assessment and Accountability. Contact the College Board with test administration questions related to the SAT with SA, PSAT 10, or PSAT 8-9. Contact ACT for test administration questions related to the ACT WorkKeys. Thank you for taking the time to watch this MME overview presentation. Don't forget to view the other presentations in this series.